All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going on a hunt for something that lives inside pretty much everything you own, the software bug. We're going to pull back the curtain on the secret world of the bug hunters who keep our digital lives from completely falling apart. I mean, seriously, have you ever stopped to think about that? You tap, you swipe, you order food, you post a picture, and it all just works. But you know what? Behind that super smooth experience is a constant, hidden battle against total digital chaos. Now, that stability we all just expect, it is not an accident, not even close. It's the result of a really disciplined, methodical process that's designed to find all those nasty problems before they find you. It is, quite literally, a bug hunt. And look, just like any great hunt, you don't just run out into the wilderness hoping for the best. No way. You start with a blueprint, a master plan that maps out the entire operation from start to finish. In the world of software, that blueprint is called a test plan. And you could really just think of it as the mission briefing. It's the document that tells the entire team what they're doing, why they're doing it, and exactly what they'll need to pull it off. A really solid test plan just boils down to answering 4 key questions. First, what's our hunting ground? That's the scope. Second, what tools are we going to use? That's our strategy. How much time do we have? That's the schedule. And finally, who's on the team? Those are our resources. Simple as that. Okay, so with that master plan in place, it's time to get specific. We've got to translate that big picture idea into a series of really precise, repeatable actions that are going to guide the actual search. The easiest way to think about this is like zooming in with a camera. You start really wide with the use case. That's what a person actually wants to do, like log into the app. Then you zoom in a bit to the test scenario, what specifically we need to check. And finally, you zoom all the way in to the test case, the exact step-by-step instructions for the hunt. And this right here, this is basically the tester's checklist. For every single step, there's an expected result. This is what should happen. But see that last column? Actual result? It starts out completely empty. The whole point of the hunt is to fill in that column and see if it matches what we expected. And when it doesn't, well, that's when we found something. So all the planning's done. The maps are all drawn up. Now, with our test cases in hand, the hunt finally begins. Okay, now the action starts. In a safe, controlled place called a test environment, testers follow their checklist to the absolute letter. They compare what they actually see with what they expected to see. Every single match is a pass, but every mismatch, now that is a potential discovery. And that something, that mismatch, that is the entire reason we're on this hunt. It means we've successfully flushed out a bug. So what in the world have we actually found? You know, the definition is actually incredibly simple. A bug is just any time the software's actual behavior doesn't match the expected behavior. That's it. It could be a massive system-wide crash, or it could be a single comma in the wrong place. If it wasn't supposed to happen, congratulations. It's a bug. Now this is probably the most important question in the whole process. So, you found 10 bugs. Which one do you fix first? Are they all equally bad? The answer is absolutely not. So to figure out what to do next, testers use this really powerful 2-part framework: severity and priority. And trust me, understanding the difference between these two is the key to managing the absolute chaos of fixing bugs. So here's how it breaks down. Severity is all about impact. How much damage can this bug actually do? Priority, on the other hand, is all about urgency. How quickly do we need to fix this thing? Now, they sound similar, I know, but the difference between them is where all the really tough decisions get made. Let's start with the easy one. This is the code red, 5-alarm fire. It's a bug that's causing a ton of damage and, you guessed it, needs to be fixed right this second. Yep, this is the classic example. The severity is critical. I mean, it breaks the single most important function of an e-commerce site, and it's losing the business money every second it's broken. So the priority is also critical. It's an all-hands-on-deck, drop everything, and fix this now situation. But, okay, what about something a little more subtle? Is it possible to have a bug that causes almost no real damage, but is still super urgent to fix? This is the perfect example. The app itself works perfectly. Nothing is broken. So the severity is actually very low. But the company's name is spelled wrong right on the front page for every customer to see. It is so embarrassing, and it looks incredibly unprofessional. So the priority to get this fixed is through the roof, even though nothing is technically broken. And we can totally flip that around. Can you have a bug that causes major damage, like really high severity, but that isn't urgent to fix at all? Oh, absolutely. So in this case, a core feature, accessing a document, is completely broken. You click the link and you just get an error. That means the severity is high. The feature is 100% non-functional. But how many people are really trying to look at an annual report from 6 years ago? Probably not very many. So it's not urgent, and the team can give it a low priority and fix it when they have some downtime. See, finding the bug isn't the end of the hunt, not by a long shot. It gets reported, it gets prioritized, and then it's sent over to a developer to get fixed. But the job still isn't done until the bug hunters go back and run the exact same test again just to prove the fix actually worked. It's this continuous loop: hunt, fix, and verify, over and over again. So, the next time you open your favorite app and it just works, take a second. Think about that hidden army of bug hunters, the super detailed blueprints, and that careful balancing act that made it all possible. Because that seamless experience you're having, it isn't magic. It's just a really, really disciplined hunt.